Fashion and attraction. Now guys, one thing you have to understand is fashion is communication. How you present yourself to the world communicates a lot of things about you. Now in terms of pickup, what you want your fashion to convey is high status and masculinity. Have you ever noticed how the hottest of the hot girls, the cream of the crop, generally tend to be very fashionable? They dress in crisp, well-fitting clothes, and sometimes their makeup is also on point. Their hair is well groomed, and they take good enough care of their diet as well as their exercise. Now basically what I mean is they're well put together. But the girls who are average or below average, they're not as well dressed, they're not as well groomed, but they tend to be easier to talk to. Why is that? Now the reason is every girl wants to be socially competitive. The girls who are hot have the ability to be socially competitive by commanding attention. And attention is one of the most valuable social currency in a girl's world. Now the girls who aren't that hot, they try to make up for their competitive advantage by taking other routes. By even developing skills, hobbies, interest, and humor that would make them more relatable to a guy who they're talking to. Right? Now, I'm guessing that you're learning pickup because you are aiming for the top of the pyramid, the cream of the crop, and not for chasing the women who are lower than your caliber. If you're aiming for the top of the pyramid, one thing you have to realize is you better look like a guy who fucking belongs there. Now, for example, look at these two pictures. All right? Now, if someone told you that he was a boyfriend, would you go, of course, look at them. It makes complete sense to me. A guy like that and a girl like her would be together. Right? Or would you go, wait, maybe this guy has a lot of money, he's really rich. Or perhaps he has a really good game. Or maybe, he just got lucky over here. If you're like most people, you'd react in the second manner because such a pairing would not make sense to you. Now look at these two pictures. Now how much more sense does it make now that these two belong together? What changed? Now guys, a quick note, the person you see in the pictures is a former student of mine and I taught him game for about 3 years. But when he incorporated good fashion, good grooming and fitness, his results became even better than they already were without changing any of his game. Now, the reason for that is the social status conveyed by, the fashion, grooming and fitness has such an effect. And being with a guy is a brand statement for a girl. And a really attractive girl views themselves as a brand and they fight hard to maintain that. Now, if your facial hair is not on point, your hair is shabby, your clothes don't fit, and your clothes are torn, maybe your shoes are torn. If your fashion sense says, I don't care, I don't get it, I'm not sexy and I don't have any fucking idea how to maximize my look. I don't get it that we live in a social world and my hygiene and my fashion are communicating for me. Now, if you have, that kind of a mindset, you're basically communicating low social status to a girl who really likes to be socially competitive. Now, that is a hot girl, right? Now, you'd be ruining her brand if she's seen with you. Also, no girl's opinion is stronger than the opinion of her whole group of friends. So even if you game her really well, she's loving you at the moment and it's definitely a close deal according to you, but then she goes back and to her friends and they communicate to her that, she's kind of losing social status by being seen with you. She'll go back and she'll backward rationalize the moment you shared together. And this would mean fucking nothing. Now she'll do this because no girl's opinion is stronger than the opinion of her whole group. No hot girl is willing to commit social suicide, for a guy she just met. Now, for a girl, a large part of her life revolves around being socially competitive. Now, as we spoke, that's the same, if she's seen with a guy who's low social status, who's not that, well groomed, it would be the same as committing actual, social suicide. So think about it. Now, she will backward rationalize and she will flake on you. And you're left scratching on your head, as how did a perfectly well said that I did resulted in a flake? Now, of course, a good text game can reduce the possibility of flakes. But as I even mentioned before, for a girl, attraction is like a volume knob. And game's easier if you enter at a higher volume than a lower volume. So why not make things easier for you, right? So ask yourself, does your fashion make you look high status enough that a high status girl, maybe a model, maybe whatever your, perfect 10 is in your mind, your ideal girl is, could present you to her friends and feel totally at ease because she does not fear losing, social status, and in fact, she gains social status by being seen with you. Would your ideal girl look like she belonged on your arm? If not, you got a lot of work to do, homie. Alright guys, so what you just saw was a preview of the Mentorship 2.0. Now if you'd like to sign up for the program, you can click in the link in the description section and you can sign up for the program, or you can even schedule a call directly with me to know more about our services. So if you like our content, just click on the like button and the subscribe button right next to it. This is Arunav. Until next time.